That fresh, clean smell you love after cleaning your floors is slowly damaging your dog's respiratory system every single time you use it. And most pet owners have no idea. Picture this. You just finished mopping the kitchen floor. The whole room smells amazing, that crisp, chemical-fresh scent that makes you feel productive. Your dog walks in, nose to the ground like always, tail wagging. They lie down on that freshly cleaned floor while it's still damp. An hour later, they're licking their paws. By evening, you notice them coughing a little, maybe sneezing. You think it's allergies or dust. It's not. It's poison. I'll show you 9 cleaning products sitting in your home right now that are actively damaging your dog's lungs, skin, and organs. You'll know exactly what they're doing to your dog's body, why the safe labels are misleading, and what you should be using instead. Let's start with the worst offender that's probably under your kitchen sink. Number 9, bleach-based. Cleaners. Bleach, or sodium hypochlorite, is a powerful disinfectant that kills bacteria and viruses effectively. But here's what happens when you use bleach around your dog. When bleach is applied to surfaces, it releases chlorine gas into the air. This gas burns the delicate tissues in your dog's nose, throat, and lungs. Dogs have a sense of smell that's 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than humans. What smells strong to you is absolutely overwhelming to your dog. The immediate effects include coughing, sneezing, wheezing, and difficulty breathing. Long-term exposure causes chronic respiratory inflammation, permanent lung damage, and increased risk of respiratory infections. Some dogs develop asthma-like conditions from regular bleach exposure, but breathing isn't the only problem. Dogs walk on surfaces you've cleaned with bleach, then lick their paws. Bleach is caustic, meaning it burns tissue on contact. If your dog ingests bleach residue from licking their paws or the floor, it can cause severe burns to their mouth, esophagus, and stomach. The clean smell of bleach that makes you feel like your home is sanitized, that smell is literally the chemical off-gassing that's damaging your dog's respiratory system. Now, if you think switching to ammonia-based products is safer, this next one will change your mind. Number 8, ammonia-based glass cleaners. Ammonia is everywhere. Window cleaners, glass cleaners, floor cleaners, bathroom cleaners. That streak-free shine comes at a serious cost to your dog's health. Ammonia releases strong fumes that irritate the respiratory tract. When your dog breathes ammonia vapors, it causes immediate inflammation of the mucous membranes in their nose and throat. This leads to coughing, gagging, and difficulty breathing. Here's what makes ammonia particularly dangerous. It's caustic, just like bleach. When ammonia contacts moisture, like the moisture in your dog's eyes, nose, and lungs, it burns tissue. Dogs exposed to ammonia regularly can develop chronic bronchitis, a condition where the airways are constantly inflamed and produce excess mucus. The residue problem is significant too. When you spray ammonia cleaner on windows or mirrors, it doesn't all evaporate. Some settle on surfaces below, counters, floors, and furniture. Your dog walks through these areas, lies on the floor, and absorbs ammonia through their paw pads and skin. Never mix ammonia with bleach. This combination creates chloramine gas, which is highly toxic and can be fatal to both humans and dogs, even in small amounts. Brachycephalic breeds like pugs and bulldogs, which already have compromised airways, suffer more severe effects. The bitter irony is that ammonia smells like urine to dogs, which can actually encourage them to urinate in areas you've just cleaned with ammonia products. If natural-sounding products seem like a safer bet, this next common cleaner proves that's not always true. Number 7, pine-scented cleaners. Pine Sol, Fabuloso, and other pine-scented cleaners smell fresh and natural. Many people assume that because they smell like pine trees, they must be plant-based and safe. They're not. Most pine-scented cleaners contain pine oil or synthetic pine fragrance, along with glycol ethers, which are toxic to dogs. These products release volatile organic compounds into the air that your dog breathes for hours after cleaning. Pine oil itself is toxic to dogs when inhaled, absorbed through the skin, or ingested. Exposure causes central nervous system depression, which slows down brain and nerve function. Symptoms include lethargy, weakness, loss of coordination, and in severe cases, tremors or seizures. The respiratory effects are immediate. Pine oil irritates the airways, causing coughing, sneezing, and labored breathing. Dogs that are regularly exposed can develop chronic respiratory inflammation. Here's the part that catches people off guard. Pine cleaners leave an oily residue on floors. Your dog walks through it, then licks their paws. Even small amounts of ingested pine oil can cause vomiting, diarrhea, drooling, and in serious cases, liver or kidney damage. If you use pine cleaner at full strength instead of diluting it properly, you're exponentially increasing the toxic exposure. And if your dog gets into the bottle itself, it's an emergency requiring immediate veterinary care. Now, this next product is in almost every bathroom, and most people use it daily without thinking twice. Number 6. Toilet bowl cleaners. Toilet bowl cleaners are some of the most toxic products in your home, and they're also some of the easiest for dogs to access. Most toilet bowl cleaners contain harsh acids or bases, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, or sodium hydroxide. These chemicals dissolve tough stains and kill bacteria, but they're incredibly caustic and produce toxic fumes. When you pour toilet bowl cleaner into the bowl, it immediately begins releasing fumes. Bathrooms are typically small, enclosed spaces with limited ventilation. Your dog might wander in while you're cleaning or shortly after, breathing in concentrated fumes that burn their respiratory tissues. The immediate effects include coughing, wheezing, nasal discharge, and eye irritation. The fumes settle low to the ground where your dog's nose is, meaning they're getting a more concentrated dose than you are. But here's the bigger danger: toilet water. Dogs drink from toilets. If there's any toilet bowl cleaner residue in that water, even if you've flushed, your dog can ingest caustic chemicals that burn their mouth, throat, esophagus, and stomach on contact. If your dog has access to bathrooms, you need to either keep toilet lids closed at all times or eliminate toilet bowl cleaners entirely. If this is making you rethink your cleaning routine, subscribe now so you don't miss safer alternatives that actually protect your dog's health. This next category of products markets itself as antibacterial and seems health-focused, but it's hiding serious dangers. Number 5. Antibacterial sprays and wipes. Lysol, Clorox wipes, and antibacterial sprays, these products become even more popular during the pandemic, and many households now use them daily. But they're poisoning your dog with every spray. Most antibacterial products contain quaternary ammonium compounds, or quats, along with other antimicrobial agents. These chemicals are effective at killing bacteria, but they're also toxic to dogs when inhaled or absorbed. When you spray antibacterial products, fine droplets float in the air for minutes or even hours. Your dog breathes them in. These droplets settle on surfaces, floors, and furniture. Your dog walks through them, lies on them, and licks them off their fur and paws. The respiratory effects of quats include airway irritation, coughing, wheezing, and increased mucus production. Dogs exposed regularly can develop hypersensitivity, meaning their reaction gets worse with each exposure. But the effects go beyond the lungs. Quats are skin irritants and can cause contact dermatitis in dogs. You might notice your dog developing red, itchy skin or losing fur in patches. The connection to antibacterial sprays isn't always obvious, but if the symptoms coincide with increased cleaning, that's your answer. Antibacterial wipes are particularly problematic because people use them on surfaces dogs interact with directly. Counters where dogs beg for food, floors where they lie, and furniture where they sleep. The residue doesn't fully evaporate. It sits there, waiting for your dog to absorb it. Speaking of toxic fumes that people don't think twice about, this next product is used in nearly every kitchen. Number 4. Oven cleaners. Oven cleaners use some of the harshest chemicals available for home use. Most oven cleaners contain sodium hydroxide, also called lye or caustic soda. This is one of the most corrosive substances you can buy without special licensing. It's so caustic that it literally dissolves organic material, grease, food, and, unfortunately, living tissue. When you spray oven cleaner, it releases a cloud of caustic mist into the air. This mist doesn't stay in the oven. It disperses throughout your kitchen. Your dog, who's probably nearby hoping for drop food, is breathing in sodium hydroxide vapors. The immediate respiratory effects are severe: coughing, choking, difficulty breathing, and inflammation of the airways. The vapors burn the sensitive tissues in your dog's nose, throat, and lungs on contact. But it gets worse. Oven cleaner doesn't rinse off easily. Even after you've wiped down the oven and think you've removed all residue, traces remain. The next time you heat your oven, those chemical traces heat up and release more fumes into your kitchen. Your dog is being exposed repeatedly to a single application. If your dog gets oven cleaner on their skin or fur, it causes chemical burns. If they lick it off, it burns their mouth and digestive tract. Even small amounts can cause severe internal damage. Now, this next type of product promises a pleasant atmosphere, but fills your home with toxins instead. Number 3. Air fresheners and fragrance sprays. Air fresheners seem harmless. You spray them to make your home smell nice. How could that hurt your dog? The answer is phthalates, volatile organic compounds, and synthetic fragrances that are respiratory irritants and endocrine disruptors. Most air fresheners don't actually clean the air. They release chemicals that either mask odors or dull your ability to smell them. Plug-in air fresheners continuously release these chemicals into your home's air. Spray air fresheners create concentrated bursts. Both types expose your dog to toxic fumes. The respiratory effects are immediate and cumulative. Dogs exposed to air fresheners develop nasal irritation, coughing, sneezing, and wheezing. Over time, chronic exposure can lead to respiratory sensitization, where your dog's airways become increasingly reactive to irritants. Phthalates, which are used to make fragrances last longer, are endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with hormone function. Studies have linked phthalate exposure to reproductive problems, developmental issues, and increased cancer risk. The term fragrance on product labels is essentially a black box. Manufacturers aren't required to disclose what chemicals are in their fragrance formulations because they're considered trade secrets. That fresh linen or ocean breeze scent could contain dozens of unlisted chemicals, many of which are toxic. If you think natural labeled products are automatically safe, this next common cleaner proves otherwise. Number 2. Vinegar-based cleaners. Wait, isn't vinegar supposed to be safe and natural? Yes, plain white vinegar diluted properly is one of the safer cleaning options. But the way most people use it creates problems. First, many commercial natural cleaners that contain vinegar also contain other ingredients that aren't safe. They add surfactants, fragrances, and preservatives that negate any safety benefits of the vinegar. Second, people often mix vinegar with other cleaners, creating dangerous chemical reactions. Mixing vinegar with bleach creates chlorine gas. Mixing vinegar with hydrogen peroxide creates peracetic acid, which is highly corrosive. Both combinations produce toxic fumes that are dangerous to dogs. Third, undiluted vinegar is too acidic for regular use around dogs. While not as immediately toxic as bleach or ammonia, concentrated acetic acid still irritates airways and skin. Dogs who inhale strong vinegar vapors can develop respiratory irritation. Properly diluted white vinegar, 1 part vinegar to 1 part water, is relatively safe for cleaning around dogs. But pure vinegar or vinegar mixed with other chemicals creates risks that most people don't recognize because they assume natural equals harmless. And finally, this last category includes products most people don't even think of as dangerous because they're so common. Number 1. Multi-surface spray cleaners. Products like Formula 409, Fantastic, Mean Green, and similar all-purpose cleaners are in millions of homes. People spray them on everything: counters, tables, floors, walls, and with every spray, they're exposing their dogs to a chemical cocktail. Multi-surface cleaners typically contain a combination of surfactants, solvents, fragrances, and preservatives. Common ingredients include 2-butoxyethanol, a glycol ether that's toxic when inhaled or absorbed through skin. When you spray these cleaners, you're creating an aerosol cloud that your dog breathes in. The droplets settle on surfaces and don't fully evaporate. Your dog walks through the residue, absorbs it through their paws, then licks their paws and ingests it. The effects are insidious because they build up over time. One exposure won't kill your dog, but daily or weekly use over months and years. That's chronic toxic exposure that can lead to respiratory disease, liver damage, kidney damage, and cancer. Dogs exposed to multi-surface cleaners regularly often develop chronic coughing, nasal discharge, and decreased energy that owners attribute to aging or allergies. They don't connect it to the cleaning products because the effects are gradual. The clean smell of these products is actually chemical off-gassing. That fresh scent means volatile organic compounds are evaporating into your air. Your dog breathes them in with every breath until the smell fades, which can take hours. Multi-surface cleaners are particularly dangerous because people use them so frequently and so casually. They spray the coffee table, wipe it down, and then the dog jumps up and lies there within minutes, pressing their face and body against the chemical residue. These 9 cleaning products aren't keeping your home safe and clean. They're creating a toxic environment that's slowly poisoning your dog's respiratory system, skin, and internal organs. The good news is that there are safer alternatives that actually work. Not all cleaners are toxic. There are products specifically formulated to clean effectively without harming your dog. Here are 3 that actually work. Number 1. Better Life Natural All-Purpose Cleaner. Better Life is plant-derived and specifically marketed as pet safe, and unlike most natural brands, it actually delivers on that promise. The formula contains no synthetic fragrances, no dyes, no sulfates, and no harsh chemicals. It uses plant-based surfactants to cut through grease and grime without releasing toxic fumes. You can spray it on counters, floors, tables, and furniture without worrying about your dog walking through chemical residue. The ingredients are simple and transparent. Purified water, plant-derived cleaning agents, and natural essential oils in very low concentrations that are safe for dogs. No mystery chemicals hiding behind the word fragrance. Better Life is effective on most household messes. It won't strip paint off your walls like bleach, but it cleans everyday dirt, paw prints, spills, and sticky spots without putting your dog's health at risk. The price point is reasonable, slightly more than conventional cleaners, but far less than vet bills for respiratory issues. And because it's concentrated, a little goes a long way. You can find Better Life at most major retailers, including Target, Whole Foods, and Amazon. No specialty store required. Number 2. 7th Generation Disinfecting Multi-Surface Cleaner. 7th Generation offers an EPA-registered disinfectant that kills 99.9% of germs without bleach, ammonia, or toxic fumes. The active ingredient is thymol, which is derived from thyme oil. It's effective at killing bacteria and viruses, including flu viruses and staph, but it's far less toxic to dogs than conventional disinfectants. Here's what makes 7th Generation different. It's formulated to be effective without being caustic. You're not trading cleaning power for safety, you're getting both. The product is biodegradable and doesn't leave harmful residue on surfaces. The scent is mild and comes from botanical extracts, not synthetic fragrances. Your dog won't be overwhelmed by chemical smells, and you won't be releasing phthalates and VOCs into your home. Number 3. Nature's Miracle Hard Floor Cleaner. Nature's Miracle is specifically designed for homes with pets, and their hard floor cleaner tackles the biggest challenge pet owners face: urine, feces, and vomit. This is an enzymatic cleaner, which means it uses natural enzymes to break down organic stains and odors at a molecular level. Chemical cleaners just mask smells or cover stains. Enzymatic cleaners eliminate them completely. The formula is bioenzymatic and non-toxic to pets. You can use it on tile, vinyl, laminate, sealed hardwood, and stone without worrying about your dog licking the floor afterward. No harsh fumes, no chemical residue, no respiratory irritation. Nature's Miracle is particularly effective for accidents. When your dog has an accident on the floor, you don't want to use ammonia-based cleaners because ammonia smells like urine to dogs and encourages repeat marking. Nature's Miracle removes the odor completely, so your dog won't be drawn back to the same spot. The scent is mild and fresh without synthetic fragrance. It doesn't mask odors with overpowering perfumes, it actually removes them. You can find Nature's Miracle at pet stores, Walmart, Target, and online. It's affordable and widely available. Now, here's how to evaluate any cleaning product for yourself, so you're not just taking my word for it. Read the ingredient list. If a product doesn't list its ingredients, don't buy it. Transparency is the first test. Avoid anything with bleach, ammonia, phenols, formaldehyde, phthalates, or quaternary ammonium compounds. Look for specific certifications. The EPA Safer Choice label means the product meets strict safety standards. Leaping Bunny certification means it's cruelty-free. Green Seal certification indicates environmental and health safety. Avoid synthetic fragrances. If fragrance, or parfum, appears in the ingredients without specifics, it's hiding potentially toxic chemicals. Look for fragrance-free or products scented only only with named essential oils in safe concentrations. Check for warnings. If the label says keep out of reach of children and pets, use in well-ventilated areas, or wear gloves, it's too toxic for regular use around dogs. Test ventilation needs. Safe products shouldn't require you to open windows or evacuate your pets. If you need protective equipment or extensive ventilation, choose something gentler. Consider enzymatic cleaners for organic messes. For pet accidents, enzymatic cleaners are safer and more effective than chemical disinfectants. The safest approach is often the simplest. Properly diluted white vinegar and water for general cleaning, baking soda for scrubbing, and steam for disinfecting. So that's it. 9 common cleaning products that you should avoid and the ones that are safe for your dog. Which of these cleaners shocked you the most?